Rent vesting is the idea that you rent where you'd like to live, and then you take your surplus income and invest in property. Hi, I'm Lachlan Vidler, and I'm the Director of Atlas Property Group. So let's take a look at a rent vesting example. Say we've got a young professional. They live in an apartment in the inner city, all their friends are close by, it's an easy commute to work, and they've got all the amenities that they could ever dream of. They love living there, and they pay $700 a week every week for that apartment. That young professional, they've been working hard and saving hard, and they've been thinking about buying their own property so they can stay in the area. When that young professional sits down and looks at the numbers, they realize that for them to live in the same apartment that they pay $700 a week for in rent, it will cost them $1,300 every week in mortgage repayments. This doesn't appeal to that young professional, and that professional decides that they would like to rent vest instead. So if that young professional with that $600 surplus every single week, today that would roughly allow them to buy a $500,000 or $600,000 investment property somewhere around Australia. So what are the benefits of rent vesting? Well, firstly, if you purchase an investment grade property, ideally it's going to appreciate over time. So even though you might not have bought your dream home, this investment property of yours will still allow you to keep growing your wealth and keep growing your property portfolio. You may also get taxation benefits. Now, it's important that you do speak with an accountant or finance professional about your circumstances, but for some people, the additional income and the additional expenses that come with an investment property may lead to favourable tax benefits for themselves. You may also gain additional income. So if you buy an investment grade property somewhere around Australia and the income or rent of that property exceeds the expenses of that property, you may be left with some additional income at the end of every year. Finally, it may actually help you achieve buying your dream home at some point in the future. You could look at selling that at some point down the track, and you could take the proceeds from that sale to help you buy your dream property. If you're going to look at rent vesting as a strategy, it's important to keep a few things in mind. If you look at rent vesting, you're not going to be paying off your dream home. Now, for some people, that might not be a problem, but if you're a young family and you love where you live and you want to buy that dream home for the family, this might be more of a consideration for you. If you take on rent vesting and you take on the debt to buy that property, it is also important to remember that that will reduce your borrowing power, which may impact your ability to buy your dream home at the same time.